Thank you. Mr. Burchell.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Hunter, PS, I wonder if you have built in the Spark program objective measures of success and failure, and what would some of those be, your criteria, and how would you assess the progress on the Spark when you measure that against your objectives?
Good question. Okay, so prior to your coming in this morning, Ms. Burchell did indicate that the overarching objective of Spark was to tackle the road portfolio in Jamaica and to carry out a major reconstruction of the road portfolio, largely because a lot of the roads that we have were never properly designed along engineering lines with line of sight, camber for runoff of stormwater. Also, the roads will incorporate new water supply, which is a significant item for the value of land adjacent to the roads. And for the main road component, we'll also have fiber optic ducts for fiber optic cables to be installed that will expand the National Broadband Initiative, which allows for continuity of government. If there's a Category 5 hurricane that takes down everything above ground, you'll have an underground network. So these are all things that we're looking for from Spark. So we would define success, A, to be the construction of the roads in accordance with the design. And the design for the local roads will be different from the design for the main roads, based on things like the weight of vehicle that each road will carry. So, completion of the roads on time, on budget, the inclusion of the support infrastructure, drainage, water supply, fiber optic ducts. Employment would be one, and we've categorized that. Involvement of local subcontractors, that was part and parcel of the Spark undertaking, and that has been achieved. So yes, we do have an idea of what we define, how we'll define success at the end of this.
And you believe that Spark is sparking based on those measures and where we are now? So just one.
Well, you might want to rephrase that. Let me suggest what percentage of those objectives have we achieved thus far?
Proportionate to where the project is. Yeah. Because largely the objectives that we have set are physical objectives. How many utilizing, in fact, in the tender document for Spark, one of the conditions was that the contractor should involve local subcontractors.
Yes.
So that was in the tender document, and it's incorporated in the contract. And the evidence that we've provided here shows the number of subcontractors that have been used.
All right, members, I want to move to Professor Shirley. We've got 2 hours. So,
No, I'm not through.
Oh, no, okay, I'm just saying, let's move quickly through the remaining
Thank
questions.
you. Right, using... You asked 10 non-questions. Allow me to ask
please avoid distracting each other. Let's just...
Mr. Hunter, thank you. Using St. James, the parish, as a case from your report here, I note that there are 5 constituencies in St. James. And in the status column, it clearly shows the progress of the work in these constituencies, as measured by the money paid. What is of note is that, if I could pull out one constituency randomly, South St. James. Of the 10 roads identified, only 1 road has had drainage works ongoing as the status. No other road has been touched in that constituency. When you compare it with the others where there is some degree of progress occurring. Could we get an understanding as to the priority that goes into getting work started in one area versus another, and why this stark reality for one constituency when compared with the others?
Okay, so again, the parishes that were most severely affected by Melissa would be, as a collateral consideration, be affected in terms of spark. Because one of the management decisions that we took is that we suspended work on the spark in the immediate aftermath of the hurricane, and then redeploy those resources towards the clearing the roads. And I think we only got back to full steam late December. So there will be a lag time with some of the work in the most affected parishes. But again, as I said, Spark is a 2-year contract, and the contractor has not yet indicated any desire for additional time. But suffice it to say that what has not yet been initiated will catch up.
My final question, and thank you for that. My final question has to do with the main road component. And I'm speaking again, just randomly thinking of another constituency, South St. James, where you outlined earlier that there is a list of criteria, 6. I noted 4 that goes into the selection of which main road will benefit from spark intervention. 1A, traffic, important buildings, connectivity, population. A constituency like South St. James perhaps would not qualify, and has not qualified under even the road patching program that was rolled out recently. It didn't qualify under the GO program or those programs, save and except for the Montpelier Road that started with JSIF before Hurricane Melissa and continued. Not one single road in South St. James has been touched, and it was a hurricane-ravaged constituency. How can we intervene? To see how some priority can be given to a constituency that has been so devastated, where the main road into the constituency, which is Spring Mount, damaged, can't pass, and persons have to go through Hampton to Gutters, which is a precipice, or through Roehampton to Barnet Bush. How can constituencies that have been so devastated by Hurricane Melissa not be prioritized for any of these programs, not the road patching, not the GO program, and now being told that perhaps we may escape the main road distribution because we don't qualify for these sexy things like traffic and important buildings?
Okay, just a clarity.
Hold on,
Okay,